Oh, okay.
But then again, like I'm talking about in real time, you're gonna do stuff that you won't normally do it in a, let's say, in a theoretically way.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to play good when you have all the time in the world to think about it.
I got him at 19, 20, 21, 22. It looks like which using VLC, I now don't know which one is which. Is Blue the one with the anime girl? Yeah, he's looking like he's off to a fiery start here. Did really well in the first couple of levels.
It's a little bit unfortunate for altabiscuit. I just loaded it up. And he put the red yellow on top of the blue tower.
Oh, yep.
That was a pretty cool tee there by altabiscuit.
Oh yeah, yep. A very good tee.
Single pills, like single color pills, appear so like it's tough to have one. So you need to think about like where you're gonna put that those single color pills at all times. You need to have a spot for them every time. They are so worthy.
Alta having another slight misplacement, looking like he started to hold right just before the pill locked and it moved over one more spot. He didn't want it to go. That's a very common mistake even amongst the best.
I feel like that was just a controller flub.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably one of the most aggravating mistakes to make.
Like you can see now that Blue Bomber has a very good opportunity for a big horizontal red on the bottom row. You can clear like 3 clear reds on one shot.
Looks like he opted to not go for that just because of the overwhelming amount of red he was getting.
Yeah, you need to change your pace. And just like that, you can have like no red for the last 2 reds. You never know. Blue Bomber has a very good board there.
Mm-hmm.
All the viruses are as it should be, in doubles, in pairs, everywhere. This might be like a sub 430. Even less.
Which I barely get these days. I think I average 420 something.
And look at this, he thought about that double yellow too.
He did.
See if he's gonna get it. he wants to keep it.
I don't know why he didn't just clear the red from the top and keep the bridge there. But, you know, it's hard to see everything perfectly.
Yeah, he got unlucky, he didn't get one, but good clear there.
433 is mid-30 pace. Like 30, not 30, but 35, 36.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not a bad pace.
And, oh no, he thought about it, but he didn't get it. That horizontal red again. He had like so. Oh no, he needs to. Oh my god, he needs to play it safe here.
Yeah, game over because of a mistake is not just the most frustrating thing. It's even more frustrating when we're all used to higher level, like levels 16 to 20, and that happens. If it were to happen on a 0 to 10 race, I know myself I would be quite upset.
Yeah.
It seems like he's out of the danger zone, though.
He did. He made a good recovery.
And we can see that altabiscuit doesn't have any space for blue and needs to create some space because he's gonna. All right, there you go.
Oh, big T. That was a big T.
I didn't saw it coming, dude. It's
Same.
really
I didn't see that move either.
I was like, wow. This is why watching people is so, it's entertaining, and at the same time you can learn so much by other techniques or ways to put pills that you never thought of.
Grimmin is here. Are you in this tournament? I know Grimmin is a pretty solid player. Plays a lot of Nintendo, Dr. Mario.
I heard he had the #1 time on Dr. Mario for a while until ACM crushed him.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had at 36 in this game, and I'm pretty sure that he can play lower than this if he plays the SNES version for a while.
One of the big things that gets me from playing NES to SNES is the lag and delay.
Mm-hmm. The pills feels heavy.
Yeah, it feels extremely cumbersome to work with.
Mm-hmm. Like something that we often don't talk about in Dr. Mario, and it's more important in 0-10 to me, is clearing the end of the board. Like, it's easy to just bury a virus down under late in the level and just waste like 30 seconds. You can clear the top very well, but at the end you're gonna put garbage somewhere because you want to play fast, but you're gonna realize like 30 pills later that your garbage is gonna cost you like 30 seconds in the end. And looks like altabiscuit, you can see that his top of the board is pretty good, but at the end he's gonna have to think about how he's gonna clear all those yellows and to clear that red on the bottom right.
Let's see how he's gonna do hope for the
He's kind of fine if he clears the red and then he clears the blue on the bottom right, at the bottom left, he might be okay. But those are the mistakes that can cost a lot of time. But then again, it's so hard to think about in real time. There's so much stuff that you need to think about.
For sure. I mean, even I see some of the newer guys maybe overlooking placing, let's say you've got a yellow with a double yellow pill on top of it, so it just needs one more yellow pill, yellow half pill to clear, to put it under it so that the other half drops to the next virus, and it only has to drop one tile instead of 4 or 5, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Those type of plays can gain you a lot of time.
Oh, another big T that I didn't saw it. Oh, it's pretty good. it's often like not often, but it's a bad play when you have to, you're forced to wait for a double pill to clear your, like, you can have like a risky play and you know that if you're gonna get it, you're gonna have like a big time save. But in the end, if you're forced to have a double pill to clear your level, it's your pill gonna happen 1 in 9 chance time, so you're gonna waste like probably like 5 or 6 seconds to actually wait for your pill if you don't get it normally.
Or more than that much.
Or more, yeah. If it's yellow, it can be 30.
No, the biggest thing is like having a virus trapped in the corner, or like even trapped between other pills, where you need a double to.
Mm-hmm.
You need at least one double, and then you need one more.
And then like after 15 pill, you just give up on the idea and just try to clear the tower on like just right next to it, and then you get your double that you would have got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess a situation I always end up in as far as an end of level is somewhat what altabiscuit is going through right now, where he's got 3 blues kind of all guarding the red, and 2 of them have a single half, like a single a pill half on it. I always wind up with like 3 of the same color and 1 of something else, and those 3 aren't, like, I haven't concentrated on one of them first. They kind of just had a spread of pill halves and things.
And then like he did a very good play on the double red there, because if like he could have buried that red so much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big play from blue.
Normally you don't see clears like that though.
Yeah, getting a double horizontal is
Yeah.
the most rare of plays.
I do recall myself trying to set up for some of those before. You end up waiting a pretty long time. Especially if you, if they're 2 different colors, clearing the bottom line can screw up the top line really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Just one question, Sean. If let's say you have 2 yellows side by side and you have a double yellow, do you put it flat or vertically normally?
Depending on if there's absolutely nothing around it, I'll put it flat, and if there's some other viruses around that horizontal, like 2 viruses that are the same color, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. Like I've been thinking about the game like the past like, I don't know, 3-4 days, and I realized that I don't know what I'm doing sometimes on basic plays, like just putting a double pill somewhere. It's hard to tell if it's a good play or not. When you play, you don't know. So that's why you need to actually like rewatch your runs and not be result oriented. Oh, big play there by bluebomber with the double blues.
It's interesting how a lot of these puzzle games, which I first approached, I believe that there was no real increase in the skill ceiling, like just that people would play more and grind out better and better times. But from what I've seen, people actually are figuring out ways to reliably get more, either faster times or more consistent times.
Mm-hmm. And when you look at them, you actually don't know what's going on. Like ACM gets 32s, 31s, like on every run almost, and his consistency is so good. Like we cry often about the RNG in this game, but getting like a 31 or 32 on every run is very, very good. And you can actually see him, and you don't know what's going on. You just play good. And bluebomber can finish with a 14-42.
it looks like altabiscuit decided to call it a day on that race and try again on the next one.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if Alta is drinking. I do remember playing him in the Tetris Attack tournament, and he just decided it was a Friday night, and he might as well get started on his alcohol intake.
Do you know what their PBs is on 0-10? They both play without splits.
I do not. I don't think of 0 through 10 as a real category anyways.
No,
The only reason I've been doing it recently is because I want to make it out of bracket.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my practice has been on just increasing my speed in general rather than working on visualizing the board.
It's actually hard to, like, let's say, practice your speed and then practice your logic. I think your both's gonna be improved at the same time just by playing the game.
Yeah. I just want to work on less hesitation in the movement. You know, I like the idea of just, if you follow through with your decision, whether it's good or bad, you'll end up better than if you're completely indecisive, and
Mm-hmm.
you could be wasting a lot of time and then make the mistake anyways.
Yep.
Yes. Better doing a mistake fast than a mistake slow.
Exactly.
And we have a reset? Yes, no?
I don't know.
I think so.
I hope so.
Wow, you might clear the level before bluebomber and then what a beast.
Oh my god!
What a
With a
beast.
15-second penalty!
Dude, the yellow, it's always yellow.
It's always yellow.
What a beast.
Unbelievable. This could be
Wow.
Alta's break that he needed.
That was beautiful.
So there you go, making the mistake fast and just going ahead and resetting, I think is better than what bluebomber did with trying to salvage that.
Oh my god, what a beautiful level 2 board.
Mhm.
This is the kind of level you want.
Yeah, even with the slow start for blue, or slow for him even, he still got his average level 2 finish time of like a low 130. So it's always nice when the game kind of feels bad for you. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes it'll hit you really hard and then gently caress the cheek that it just slapped.
That's why I want to get into other puzzle games. I want to know what the difference is between like this game and like we talked about Wario's Woods earlier this week, and I'm just curious about learning other puzzle games and see what's the deal.
I think another about Dr. Mario too, another major thing I see people doing is they'll have 2 red viruses left and 1 blue virus, let's say, and then they'll get a red and blue, and they'll use the blue half on the blue virus, even though all those things are separate from each other. Both of the reds are in their own different places, not next to each other. The blue isn't next to either of those, and they'll go ahead and use that blue, and that red is so precious in that scenario.
I made Nesca because he's so mad when I was doing this back in the day.
He was the first one to really like make a point of like, you guys need to stop wasting
Yeah.
in this way. You guys are better than that.
But
Not to put anybody down that's new and making that mistake, because it's just not. It was certainly not one of those things I thought of in the first 2 years of me playing this game. So if you're already thinking about it after a couple months, then you're doing better than we are at that same point.
It's true. I mean, I've seen players with like 25 minutes 0-10 doing horizontals, and like I've never done any horizontals in the first year. I didn't want to do it.
Too afraid to get yourself
too
caught.
afraid. They want to learn the game.
You know, it's basically what I mean, that like these games are improving in tech even if it's just a puzzle game. The mentality towards the game is so different.
And the game looks easy on the surface. It's 3 colors and the pills are always the same size. Like, why it could be so like hard to do? But you realize pretty fast that the less options you have, it's getting harder if you do a mistake. You only have 3 colors. Oh, there's good thinking there about Bluebomber. Besides, instead of just wasting but not wasting, instead of placing the double red in the middle of those 2 viruses, he kept them for do a combo with the blues. That was good thinking there.
I instantly, when I saw it, I thought, why didn't he put the double red there?
Same.
And then I saw what he did.
Yeah. That's like watching your pills very well. But on the flip side, there's also no guarantee that you're gonna get the red, blue. You could have waited a very long time for that.
Well, even if he had just gotten, he probably like just using a single half, and you know, if it was a red, yellow, or whatever, he could have dropped the yellow on the other side.
There was no space for the yellow at that time, so I think it was. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that risky if he could have just cleared away the bottom, because there are many ways to clear out the bottom before actually letting the yellow drop.
It's tough sometimes to actually judge a risky play and say that it was a good play. Oh my god, there's a big T there coming up. Okay, he decided to just clear the blue. Like it's tough because like you're gonna get the pill and say, oh my god, I'm so good, I just did a good combo. But then again, you might have got so lucky in your pills. And if you don't get it, you're gonna say, "Oh my god, I'm so bad." But it was a good play. You just got unlucky, and it's tough to force yourself to still doing risky plays because it's technically good. And we could debate, like we did some debate in HDQ about just like a simple example of a play, and we talked about it for like 30 minutes, and it was only like 1 pill. We could talk for hours, like just watching a replay and do a play-by-play replay, and we could talk about it for so long, and have different opinions and ideas about how to play those pills.
Which there's more than likely multiple correct or good decisions you can make in any one situation.
Definitely.
Oftentimes.
I think that's also what makes this game very interesting as a speaker.
Oh no! No! I was like, do it. No, yeah. Sorry. He had a perfect play to do a big horizontal, but he missed it.
He ended up getting it still, though.
I know.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's fun to actually watch this game. You can play with them. And, alright, he's gonna have a field day here cleaning this mess up. Like, he doesn't get so many blues, so it's okay, but he's gonna think about what... I don't know, it's gonna be fun to watch this.
Sometimes you gotta know when to bite the bullet and just clear some of your mess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though technically, like, your best plays is to delay that cleaning up your mess as much as you can, because you never know. Some other play might also clear viruses and clear your mess and drop viruses into being usable when they were junk before or at first.
Or he could just like ignore it and finish, which looks like what he's
Right, yeah.
doing.
Alright, Bluebomber is in the double pill business. 1 in 9 chance on every pill. And it's yellow. That's a risky move.
Nope, he...
Alright, he played it safe. It's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
was able to pull it out there.
So what do you guys think about all these Puzzle League Panel de Pon guys just coming in on Dr. Mario and seeing how far we can get within a short amount of time?
I'm loving it, to be honest. It's nice to, because to some extent, as a Dr. Mario player, having seen Tetris Attack and Panel de Pon, and there's a Yoshi one too, isn't there?
Tetris Attack is Yoshi.
Is the Yoshi one, yeah. But I thought there was another version of the game under another name. Maybe not.
There's Panel de Pon, which is like a more cutie anime-esque, I want to say.
Okay, but after having seen that raced, I don't know. It's a whole different level for my brain, in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to Dr. Mario, but also there's just so many more people that play Panel de Pon, Tetris Attack, or whatever. Even like the Pokemon League stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see them paying some attention, or homage, if you will, to Dr. Mario.
Yeah, we've played this game pretty much alone in the past 2 years, actually. There's not a lot of regular runners of this game much, so I'm very happy to see like people playing it and putting it more on the map.
ACM really is the soldier of the case. We're both off and on in terms of playing the game, where he's always just does his stream of whatever other games he's playing, and then he'll get tired, and then I'll do some pills before sleep, and then play Dr. Mario for 4 hours.
Pretty much.
A sea of blue and yellow here.
Yeah, I was gonna think about that. Yeah, that's a good clear here. But like that's one of the reasons why I want to play more puzzle games, because when I watch, let's say, Tetris Attack, it seems to me like an RNG game in a race. But I'm sure like all the pros is gonna say it like differently, because I'm sure there's a lot of skill involved. And in this game, I know like the RNG is there, but I can also, like, I played so much that I know the skill involved. I find it funny to see all the new players saying RNG when I know there is RNG, but there is a lot of luck. That's why I want to play more puzzle games, to actually know what's going on under the surface in all those puzzle games that seems RNG, but in reality, it's really not.
Yeah.
I would say it's just a common theme for puzzle games that there's just the vast amount of RNG. So there's so much RNG that it really doesn't. It kind of levels out in the end. Like you're kind of gonna get an average amount of good and bad luck in every run. It's going to be on different levels, but it pretty much equals out, and then it comes down to, like you say, skill that determines your time at the end of it. It doesn't matter how essentially random it is. Although I know with like Tetris Attack, however, you're going to be resetting if you don't get a good enough win, a fast enough win. You just cannot, there's no possible way to beat the following levels fast enough compared to your PB. Or something. Yeah. Whereas in Dr. Mario, that is never the case. You pretty much can never be like so far behind that you're not gonna come close or don't have a chance at coming close at a PB or getting a good time in general. Falling behind isn't as penalizing in Dr. Mario, is what I should say.
Yeah. Blue Bomber avoided the disaster there. He was in big trouble with his yellows, but made it through. Mm-hmm. This race is pretty close.
altabiscuit has been slowly catching up this whole time.
The man with the reset.
Yep. I'm a huge fan of that strat. Especially being like the first level.
He made it through level 0 in first. That's tournament highlight right there.
That should definitely be a highlight if we make like a reel at the end of this, because that's amazing.
That was pretty good for both of them. I very much enjoyed it.
Karimin.
I'm also glad that some of the old boys, especially like Michael Mario, who disappeared off the map a number of years ago, is back to watch this game.
There was a time when if I wanted to get a Dr. Mario race going, Hippo wasn't around. He was busy. ACM wasn't even really playing it. It was just me and Michael Mario doing 0 to 10s, man.
I think Michael Mario... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've just remembered the days where, like in 2012, where it was me and Ness Kamikaze playing Dr. Mario and SRL and winning races with like 15 and 16, 0, 10 and felt like bosses. Those were the days.
And then you find out that Ham exists. And then you find out that Kupari exists. And then you find out that ACMLM exists.
The day I found that Nico leaderboard, I was mad and also impressed.
Yeah.
How can this kid complete this game under 30 minutes? There's no way. and we had no video too, so like we knew it was legit, but we actually didn't know how a 29 looks like.
Yeah. Mm.
And then Kupari did it. I was very happy to actually have a tape of what's going on.
But we would see a couple of Ham streams eventually. He ended up showing up on Twitch and did like 4 streams total. And every time he was getting 30, 31, just like ACM does now. And there was so many mistakes. Like he was obvious, like he would type in chat or make noises, like speed noises, being like, oh, you know.
What is he doing? I'm sorry, you can just put a yellow and he's done.
I don't know. Here it is,
it's all right. There we go. Now it's complete.
I think it was actually back in the day that Michael Mario got me.
Literally, yeah, almost the same time.
Wait. Let's do a replay on the stream. It was pretty close, actually.
The instant replay.
He's done on 16.
The other one has the timer stopped, so.
Well, yeah. Oh, yes, you're right. It looks like.
Never know, dude.
Dude, it's dead. Dude, it's on the nose. We need an instant replay.
It's within 3 seconds, based on time.
Wait. I'm just gonna backtrack. I know, but Yeah, I'm gonna go get that because to me it's too close to call. Like in horse race, we're gonna need. Is it a dead heat?
But the problem with that is on stream, Blue Bomber's timer reset at some point during level 10.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
we're gonna time it like.
Oh, from the whole, yeah, okay, yeah. Just start the whole thing over and retime it. Oh, okay, maybe.
He did have a lot of trouble.
All right, we need.
I botched that so hard.
All right, let's pull the replays because we're gonna need a photo finish for this.
Hold up, man. I do want to make Alta play another round. If you
So, Blue Bomber, did you know that on level 0, altabiscuit instantly made a mistake, reset from the beginning, from the whole, like, turned the whole game off and on, got back to level 0, and still cleared it before you did?
That was the most.
That was the worst virus position I've ever seen for level 0.
It was
Honestly.
not. It was not very good for your, like, the pills that you were getting and that last how everything was. I can give it to you that it was not in your favor, but it was crazy to watch.
I was like, what? I cleared level 0 at like 43 seconds or something on that little run.
I think you guys were mid-30s almost. Like he was he was like 30 seconds and you were later like 37, 38.
I looked at that and I was like, I hope I get tons of yellows. Nope.
That was very interesting.
I'm gonna have the replay soon.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be a tournament highlight. I think just the fact that you got completely screwed on level 0 and he made a mistake right away, reset all over again, and still was able to finish the level before you got your way with what you wanted. Absolutely
Honestly,
bad.
I think me and Ultima had probably some of the closest games right now.
I think I would have actually liked to play you, Blue Bomber. That would have been really close for both.
Yeah, I would have loved to play it against you too, Lightning.
You guys will see each other
in bracket
after groups.
After groups.
All right. With my King Hippo replay, Blue Bomber wins by like half a second.
That's what he said too. He thought he actually had the dot done queued up in the chat, is what he thought. And he says that he literally hit it a half second after I hit mine.
After? Oh.
Yeah, so it was a really close race, that second run.
Ooh, Canonophone? I haven't seen him around for a while. Where's the link to the groups?
In the title of the stream?